Let's learn today this octopus crochet tutorial. Take out our purple yarn. Then look at his winding steps. We circle around the middle finger. Take out our crochet hook. Then wind the line and drag it over. Stand up a needle. Represents the height of our first circle. Crochet 8 short stitches. We insert the needle and wrap the thread through this hole. Crochet 2 loops. Then we wind the wire through these 2 coils at once. Now we have our first short stitch. Take out our marker buckle. Take a look at a micro. Then continue to hook 7 short stitches in this hole. Needle insertion, winding and pulling out. Winding wire through 2 coils at one time. Okay, this is the second short stitch. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Look at the 8 short needles. 1V represents 1 needle. Take out our fingers and pinch this thread. Let's take off the marker button for our first frame. Our first needle. Winding and pulling a lead pin. Needle extraction method. Hook directly through our second coil. Then tighten. This marks the end of our first lap. We've completed the first lap. In the second round, we need to crochet 8 additional stitches. Let's continue to stand up the needle. Standing stitches are not counted. Drag the line over. Good hook a short needle. We continue to mark the first needle button. Beginners must pay attention. This makes it easier to find the needle. A good short stitch is completed. Another short stitch. Good. Let's start our second stitch. Crochet 2 short stitches. Good to crochet the second circle by yourself. The last stitch is completed. Continue to remove the next number. Hook a needle. Complete our second round of needle insertion. Wind the line. The first coil is pulled directly over the second coil. End of second lap. Let's start our third round. What is the pattern of the third circle? We continue to insert the needle at the first stitch. Okay, then continue to mark the buckle. Fortunately, we start to crochet the second stitch. The second needle. 2. Good. 1 short stitch and 1 extra stitch. Third circle. Take a good look. Next, the fourth round. Let's continue to stand up. What is the fourth circle's crochet pattern? Continue to crochet a short stitch in the first stitch. If you are a novice, please mark it yourself. Continue inserting the needle into the second needle hole. Then we go to the third stitch and start crocheting. That is 2 short needles. Crochet it yourself. Good for lap. The 5th circle here, I have finished the 5th circle. After the 4th round of hooking. What is the 5th circle's crochet pattern? Just crochet a short stitch. Hello everyone. It's the 6th lap. What are our crochet rules? You still need to add stitches for the 6th round. We hook 3 short stitches. Fortunately, We inserted the needle into the fourth needle point. Too good. Everyone follow this order. Take a good look. Then, our 7th to 13th rounds. All our 40 short stitches without adding or subtracting. Just crochet a short stitch. You need to crochet a standing stitch at the beginning of each circle. The short needles from the 7th to the 13th rounds are neither increased nor decreased. Take a good look. It's already finished. Continue to stand up a needle. We are going to start crocheting decreasing stitches. It is 3 short stitches and 1 decreased stitch. 3 short stitches to finish. Please pay attention to the crochet steps of decreasing stitches. Enter from here. Come out from the middle. Then pick up the inner half needle of the next stitch. Come out from inside. Like this, we can then wrap the line and drag it over. Then the winding wire is dragged through the 2 coils at once. This represents a reduction stitch. It is to merge 2 stitches into 1 stitch. Then we continue. 2. Miyoshi. 3 short stitches completed. Insert the needle from the outer half of the next stitch. Then pick up the inner half needle of the next needle. Good winding line dragged over. Okay, everyone, follow this order. The 14th round of decreased stitches is completed. What about the 15th round? Crochet a circle of short stitches without adding or subtracting. Crochet it yourself. Well, we have completed the 15th lap. Keep standing at attention. We are the same. Continue crocheting and decrease stitches. The crocheting rule for the 14th round is to only crochet half a stitch inside. Let's take a look. Enter from the outside. If we choose the inner half needle, come in and drag the line over. Short needle is good. The first continues the second. 2 short stitches completed. Let's take a look at another way to reduce stitches. Drag the line over. Then insert the needle into the inner half of the next stitch. Go in and wind the line and drag it over. We wind the wire through 3 coils at once. This is also a way to reduce stitches. Let's continue on. 2. Okay, continue to reduce the needle. So simple. Let him complete this circle. Before he completes this circle, give him some cotton. Our cotton may not be very easy to stuff. I'd better crochet this circle by myself. Take a look. Then we need to crochet 2 more rounds of decreased stitches. What is the rule for the next round? It is a short stitch and a decreasing stitch. We can just adjust the needle normally. Then, what is the pattern of crochet in this circle? In the next lap, it's all about reducing stitches. Then after ticking, after everyone pulls out, leave some long lines. Then we sew the last button. Crochet the last 2 loops yourself. The last one completed. Pull over. Disconnection. If you feel that the cotton pads are not enough, we can use scissors to take a little cotton. How about the pointed end of the scissors? Stuff it into our octopus. Let's sew up this little opening. Take out our suture needle. Pass the line through it. Next steps. In this way, each frame is adjusted to the outer half frame. Okay, the last stitch is finished. Look at this mouth, and it's gone. Inside its octopus body. Around this octopus. Okay, then disconnect directly. Good. Let's take a look at it next. The crochet of its tentacles. The dark purple line we used. We found our circle. The position of the outer half needle circle. Finding the stitch for our first stitch. It doesn't have to be the first shot. Needle insertion. We wind. Drag him over. So let's start with the standing braid stitch. This is the braid needle. We stand up 17 braid stitches in total. The first and second 345. "17 braid stitches completed. Let's go back to our second to last stitch. Let's take a look at the long needle crochet method. Let's wrap a circle of thread around the crochet hook. Find our second to last stitch. Just pick one of his lines. We drag it over. Look at the hook. There are 3 loops on the needle. Then wind the wire and drag it through the next 2 coils. Let's continue winding. In the next stitch, use a long hook to insert the needle. The second long needle continues. The third long needle. The fourth one is good. There are 16 long needles in total. Crochet it yourself. Okay, here we have our last long stitch. Look at the last long stitch. We empty 2 needles. Empty 1 too. 2 needles. We drag it over. Hook a needle. Tension. So this is our first octopus's tentacle. It's already done. The second one is the same. We follow the first tentacle. Finish the remaining tentacles and crochet them yourself. Take a good look. There are 4 needles in here. For the last tentacle, we will just leave 3 empty. Winding. Hook a needle and drag it over. Good tightening. What happens after the last one ends? Insert the needle and wrap it around twice. It looks like they are connected together. Tie a knot between the beginning and ending threads. Then we use scissors directly. Poke him into this rootstock. That's it. Take a good look. It's already completed. Now let's crochet the octopus's mouth. Let's continue winding. Crochet needle, drag the line over. It is the same as the number of standing needles on our octopus body. Crochet it yourself. Good, loop 6 short needles. Let's start our second round. Then we insert the needle. First hook a pull-out needle. End the first lap and tighten. Continue to stand up a needle. 1 plus needle. Okay, let's insert the needle into the first needle point. The second stitch hook needle, that is, 2 short needles. Continue to repeat this crocheting pattern. Well, the second lap is done. Find the location of the lone needle. We are disconnected. Drag the thread to our back. Take a look. Give him a nest. This looks like a pouty mouth. Better put it aside. Let's crochet this little flower on his head. Take out our yellow thread. Crochet winding. The ring is the same as the octopus and the mouth. We crochet the thread. Insert the needle and drag the thread over. Then our little flower. Ring hook. It is 5 short stitches. Okay, everyone, don't get it mixed up. The mouth is a circle of 6 short needles. Nice one. 2, 3, 4. After 5 are completed, take out your fingers and pinch the thread to tighten it. Find the target position for the first needle. Drag the line over. Pull up. We stand up to braid pins. 1 or 2 are in the same needle. First needle insertion. Insert the needle and drag the thread over. The first long needle. Then, we continue to set up a lock pin. These to below our lock stitch. There are 2 circles here. Let's insert the needle again. Hook a needle. Okay, the first coil is on top of the second coil. Then, we continue to do it in the same stitch. Hook another long needle. We have 2 braids. 1 or 2 good. Next, we will insert the needle into the second needle point. Well, we have finished the first small petal. Continue to repeat the crocheting steps for the first petal. 2 braid pins are good. The same needle, a long needle, a braid pin. Back to the 2 stitches below. Come in and hook and needle. Okay, continue with a long needle. Let's get into the weeds in our next show. Okay, there are 3 petals left. Look at the last petal. Complete the search for the first needle position. Hook a needle. Tighten and then break the line. We put the thread end on the back. Good. Take a look. Next we put his mouth and his little flowers. Let's look for it. This is the position where we pull out the needle. We are in front of him. Start gluing his mouth, eyes and flowers. What about the thread behind our mouth? You can tie a small knot at the back. Disconnect immediately after tying the knot. Leave a little thread behind. The same goes for the small flowers. Tie a knot and put it on the back. We start gluing. Get out our glue sticks. At this intake where our little flower has finished tying the knot. This way, the thread end won't be untied. Our mouths work the same way. Let's put some glue on it. A little below him. Glue it directly here. Take out the eyes and stick them on. Let's see what happens after the injection. Take a look.